Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. I welcome everyone to His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj's daily call. Today we are continuing the series of Srimad Bhagavatam, Damodar Lila of Srimad Bhagavatam 10th Canto, 9th chapter. And today's verse is number 17. I'll just share my screen. I think Guru Maharaj is having difficulty in joining. His internet is not good and he's coming on and off. So we'll just start reading the verse first. Hare Krishna. Yes, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Guru Maharaj, we are not able to. Krishna.
Think Guru Maharaj, please accept our humble obeisances. We can hear you. If you can close your video, it might help.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Even his audio is not that much clear.
Maybe.
No, Guru Maharaj, it's your voice is a lot of breaking a lot. So I don't know. We are not able to hear you at all.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Can anyone? I don't know, Aarti Mataji. Guru Maharaj doesn't have, I think.
Guru Maharaj is using the Wi-Fi over there.
So we'll start reading the verse. Will anyone
want to chant the prayer?
Yes, Mataji. Yeah. First we'll chant the prayers and then we'll start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Namo Swam Rupa Kadamayam Jati Svapadamtam Namo Vishnupada Krishna Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Krishna Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshadharini Yes, Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. Sukhava Mataji, you want to read the verse?
Okay, I will try. Evam svageha damani yashoda Sandatyapi Gopinam Susmayantinam Smayanti Vismita Bhavataha. So the word-to-word translation is Evam, in this manner, Swageha Damani, all the robes available in the household, Yashoda, Mother Yashoda, Sandadati Api, although she was joining one after another, Gopina, when all the other elderly gopis, friends of Mother Yashoda, Samyatmam, were all taking pleasure in this funny affair. Samyanti, Mother Yashoda, was also smiling. Vismita, Abhavat, all of them were struck with wonder. Thus, Mother Yashoda joined whatever robes were available in the household, but still she failed in her attempt to bind Krishna. Mother Yashoda's friend, the elderly gopis in the neighborhood, were smiling and enjoying the fun. Similarly, Mother Yashoda, although laboring in that way, was also smiling. All of them were struck with wonder. Anyone else would like to read the purport?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
I'll read.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Actually, this incident was wonderful because Krishna was only a child with small hands. To bind him should have required only a rope not more than 2 feet long. All the ropes in the house combined together might have been hundreds of feet long, but still he was impossible to bind, for all the ropes together were still too short. Naturally, Mother Yashoda and her gopi friends thought, how is this possible? Seeing this funny affair, all of them were smiling. The first rope was short by a measurement the width of 2 fingers, and after the second rope was added, it was still 2 fingers short. If the shortness of all the ropes were added together, it must have amounted to the width of hundreds of fingers. Certainly, this was astonishing. This was another exhibition of Krishna's unconceivable potency to his mother and his mother's friends.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Any updates on Guru Maharaj, Mataji? Oh, she's on the phone yet. Sorry. Yeah. Anyone has got any realization or any comments to say on this particular verse? Would like to share?
Hey, Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances.
Tukarama and Scarlet Mataji, just let's wait for a few minutes. Let Guru Maharaj give instructions to Srimati, and then we will see what is to be done, okay?
Okay, that's perfectly fine. We were just saying that in the meantime, we can do something till Guru Maharaj's update comes up.
Yeah.
Please do that.
Oh, yes. Guru Maharaj is back. Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
Okay, dear devotees, Guru Maharaj is on the phone and I'm trying to connect him. One second.
Escape and
Yeah, 1 second, Guru Maharaj. Yes, you can speak, Guru Maharaj, but you may not able to see the verse now. But I have put my phone near the computer. So if you want, I can read the translation and purport again for you, and a little bit you can speak.
A few minutes ago, I could see the verse.
Guru Maharaj.
And now I can't.
1 second, Guru Maharaj. I will just ask devotees if they are hearing you. Devotees, are you able to hear Guru Maharaj?
Yes, Mataji, we can hear Guru Maharaj.
And we can see Guru Maharaj.
Okay, now I can see the
Now I can
verse.
see the verse.
Should I read?
Should I read?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, please.
Hare Krishna.
One second.
Right.
Guru Maharaj, are you, devotees, are you able to hear? Guru Maharaj, please confirm me.
Yes, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
Hare
I can
Krishna.
hear you. Mhm.
Yes, Guru Maharaj, because I am on the phone, but on the Zoom, I don't know whether they are able to hear you or not.
Yes, we hear. Thank you.
Yes, we can hear. Yes,
I
Mataji.
can hear you.
We can't tell.
We can hear you, Guru Maharaj, very clearly. Thank you.
Yeah, they are able to hear, Guru Maharaj. Yeah. Thank you. I reduced my volume, that's why.
All right.
Yeah.
My volume is off.
Yes, Guru Maharaj, please.
If the verse comes back on, I'll read the verse.
Oh, Krishna. Yes, Guru Maharaj, now you are you able to see the verse, Guru Maharaj?
Yeah.
Yes. Guru Maharaj.
Okay. Let's see. Evam Spagela Damani Yasura Sandadatyapi Gopinam Sumayantinam Smayanti Smitata Bhavat. Translation. You have to move it down the page for me to see the translation.
Yes, Guru Maharaj, I moved it. Maybe it will come a little bit slow, Guru Maharaj.
Okay. Translation. Thus, Mother Yasoda joined whatever ropes were available in the household, but still she failed in her attempt to bind Krishna. Mother Yasoda's friends, the elderly gopis in the neighborhood, were smiling and enjoying the fun. Similar, Mother Yasoda, though laboring in that way, was also smiling. All of them were struck with wonder. Srila Prabhupada's purpose.
We've lost your voice, Guru Maharaj.
Yes, Mataji, it's saying reconnecting. So I think internet. Guru Maharaj wants to try like this, but one second, I'll call him. Yeah, not disconnected. Sorry, Mataji's not able to connect. Sridevi Mataji, please take over. Otherwise, anyway, Guru Maharaj said,
Hare Krishna. I'm so sorry. Was it yesterday we read about that?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Yes. Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, you are back. Yes.
Hare Krishna, can you hear me?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, yeah. If we can, I think if we can stop the video, I think that will be better. Maybe. Guru Maharaj, can we stop your video, Guru Maharaj? Sridevi Mataji, please take over, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Actually, Guru Maharaj called me twice, and I was wondering what I'm supposed to do. But maybe we can just read the purport one more time, and by the time Guru Maharaj may join. If not, I can continue.
Yes, Mataji.
Actually, this incident was wonderful because Krishna was only a child with small hands. To bind him should have required only a rope, not more than 2 feet long. All the ropes in the house combined together might have been hundreds of feet long. There, Guru Maharaj is back. But still he was impossible to bind, for all the ropes together were still too short. Naturally, Mother Yashoda and her gopi friends thought, how is this possible? Seeing this funny affair, all of them were smiling. The first rope was short by a measurement, the width of 2 fingers, and after the second rope was added, it was still 2 fingers too short. If the shortness of all the ropes were added together, it must have amounted to the width of hundreds of fingers. Certainly, this was astonishing. This was another exhibition of Krishna's inconceivable potency to his mother and his mother's friends. Guru Maharaj, we just finished reading the purport, Guru Maharaj.
Mataji, I don't think Guru Maharaj is able to hear us, but his voice is not coming through. That's the problem there.
Okay. So, do you want me to continue until Maharaj joins back again, and then we can see if Guru Maharaj can just continue from that point?
Yes, Mataji, please. At least.
So, Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Let us all pray to Krishna, to Lord Damodar, that Guru Maharaj's internet stabilizes and he can join us. That will be a very nice prayer, and it will also be in the mood of Mother Yashoda. Because we cannot do anything.
Agreed.
Krishna can do everything.
Yeah, at least today we need
very
his
wonderful
blessings.
because Krishna was only a child with very small hands. To bind him should have required only a rope, not more than 2 feet long. So Krishna is just a little baby boy, 2 or 3 years old. He's a toddler. He's so small that, it doesn't require much rope to tie him, given the normal circumstances. But then Krishna is not a normal child. He's God. He's the supreme personality of Godhead. So no matter what Mother Yashoda does, it's always too short. Why? Because Krishna makes it like that. He wants to show he's unlimited. Nobody can tie him up. So all the ropes are getting combined one after the other. There's more rope being brought from here, there, everywhere. It's a cowherd home. It's a cowherd king's home. So there's plenty of rope lying around. Besides that, all the elderly gopis are coming together and they are offering help in the form of more ropes. And now the rope is hundreds of feet long, but yet Krishna cannot be tied up. He's just a little baby boy and just a little, not a little, quite a big size wooden grinding mortar, but still to tie those two together, how much rope does it take? But Krishna is showing that I am the supreme personality of Godhead and nobody can tie me up. I am unlimited and no matter how much rope you get, you cannot tie me up, Mother Yashoda. So all the gopis are wondering, how is this possible? So much rope and still still we are not able to tie up baby Krishna. Mother Yashoda is trying so hard. We are all standing here to help her, and still we cannot tie baby Krishna. So all this induces a lot of fun and laughter. All the elderly gopis are laughing. Mother Yashoda is totally bewildered, and she's also laughing. She's laboring very hard. She's trying very, very hard, and still she cannot tie up baby Krishna. So, when we think about this incident, when we think about this pastime, we must understand that there is a special Leela going on over here. Krishna wants to show something. And what is that? That I will only be conquered by my mother's pure love. And I can only be conquered when I decide I want to be conquered. Krishna is supremely independent. Nobody can tell him what to do. Nobody can control him except the pure devotees, and especially Mother Yashoda and Radharani. Because their love is so pure, Krishna is captured by their love. So now, seeing Mother Yashoda's hard labor, and she's sweating, she's laughing, she's trying so hard, the gopis are all laughing. So Krishna agrees to be captured. He doesn't want to be tied up. He's like any child. Which child wants to be tied up? And especially the Supreme Lord, he wants to continue performing his pastimes. And so he doesn't want to be tied up. But he agrees to be tied up, seeing how hard Mother Yashoda is laboring to chastise him, to correct him, and to tie him up. And so once he agrees to be tied up, then only he can be tied up. And then, because it is Mother Yashoda's pure love with which she has tied him up, that rope is tied with Vatsalya Bhav. And therefore, afterwards, we see, after he is tied up and Mother Yashoda carries on with all of her household chores, what happens is, Krishna starts calling out, "Hey Subha, hey Sridama, hey Kinkiri, hey, all my friends, come and help me, untie this rope, get me out of here." But then what happens? Nobody can untie that rope. And it is explained why? Because they were all with Sakhyaras, they were all friends. And so they could not untie him, though they all tried. So now Krishna says, no matter what, I'm going to still continue doing what I want to do. So whether I'm tied or I'm not tied or whatever, I will continue to do what I want. So what does Krishna do? He looks around the courtyard, and what does he see? The Yamal Arjuna trees. And who are these trees? They are the two sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nalakuvara. And they were cursed by Narad to stand there as trees for 100 celestial years. How did this happen? Before this pastime, 100 celestial years before this pastime, Nalakuvara and Manigriva, the two sons of Kuvera, were cavorting in the river naked with a whole bunch of beautiful women, and they did not care to acknowledge Narad Muni who was passing by. The girls were all very embarrassed. They immediately saw a saintly person, they covered themselves and they showed some embarrassment. But these two were so intoxicated, they were so bewildered by the illusory energy, they didn't even care to cover themselves, what to speak of acknowledging Narad Muni. And seeing this abominable behavior of two demigods, that to the sons of Kuber, the treasurer of the demigods, Narad Muni, seeing that their future would be very degraded if they continued like this, decided to give them mercy. So he cursed them. He said, you want to go around naked like this? Become trees. And so the demigods, when they heard that, they realized, oh, this is a very powerful and very saintly person, and he has just cursed us to become trees. And so they pleaded with him, please, please, please do not curse us. But once a curse is placed, it cannot be withdrawn. It can only be modified. So Narad Muni said, all right, I have cursed you to become trees, but you will stand in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. And when Krishna comes to perform his pastimes, he will deliver you. He will liberate you. So now Krishna looks around, he sees those Arjuna trees, and he decides, yes, my devotee Narad Muni's words must come true. And so he goes, dragging that heavy wooden grinding mortar, He crawls his way all the way up to the 2 trees. They're very huge trees, very tall, very strong, very sturdy trees. And the wooden grinding motor becomes topsy-turvy and gets wedged between the 2 trees. Now, do you think that will stop Krishna? No way. So Krishna drags the wooden grinding motor between the 2 trees and they come crashing down with a boom. The sound is so tumultuous that all the residents of Vrindavan are startled. And they see that the 2 trees are down and 2 very dazzling, very beautiful creatures come out of those 2 trees. They offer very humble obeisances to little child Krishna. They speak some words. All the cowherd boys are noticing and seeing all these things. And they are the ones who tell the parents later on what happened. They offer their obeisances to Krishna. They thank him for delivering them from the curse of Narad Muni. They circumambulate Krishna and they go back to the heavenly realms. But now they have become devotees. So Krishna performed this pastime to make the words of Narad Muni come true, that he will deliver the 2 sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nalakuvara, and this is exactly what happens. And then the pastime goes on that Krishna is still tied up, and now he's very upset that he's still tied up. Mother Yashoda is there and she says, "Oh, my child, come to me." And he says, "No, I won't." And then Nanda Maharaj says, "I will untie baby Krishna." So he unties baby Krishna. But still, baby Krishna is very angry with Mother Yashoda and he won't go to Mother Yashoda. So she goes off inside the room and she's crying her heart out. So Nanda Baba says, "Okay, Krishna, please go pacify your mother." So he goes running and jumps into the lap of Mother Yashoda. And she immediately, overcome with maternal love, she immediately offers him her breast milk. And baby Krishna is sucking that breast milk so happily because it's just all Mother Yashoda's love. And mother and child are united again. And everything is beautiful and happy in Vrindavan. So this beautiful pastime of Krishna being tied up happens on Diwali day. On Deepavali day, the acharyas say that this actual pastime took place. And this pastime of Diwali is also the victory of Lord Ram being celebrated and his return to Ayodhya. He has just conquered over the demon Ravan and he is coming back to Ayodhya. And because it's a very dark night, all the citizens of Ayodhya light up all the pathways with beautiful lamps to invite their beloved Lord Ram back. So tomorrow, at least here in India, tomorrow we are going to be celebrating Diwali. I don't know in other places what is the day of Diwali, but tomorrow actually it is Diwali. And this beautiful pastime of Krishna took place on this Diwali day. So when baby Krishna finally reunites with Mother Yashoda, everything becomes beautiful, peaceful, wonderful. The gopis are happy, the gopas are happy, everyone is happy, Nanda Maharaj is happy, and everything is beautiful once again in Gokul, as the acharyas say that all these pastimes are being performed by Krishna for the pleasure of Radharani, for the pleasure of Nanda Baba and Mother Yashoda, for the pleasure of all the gopas and the gopis, for the pleasure of the elderly people, the elderly cowherd men and women in Vrindavan. So this is another exhibition of Krishna's inconceivable potency, that no matter how many ropes she came up with, she could not tie him up. She had to actually keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. And only when Krishna was satisfied by her sincere labor, by her sincere endeavors, then he decided to give mercy. And this is exactly the lesson we all need to learn, that no matter how hard it is, no matter how difficult it is, whatever instructions we have been given, whatever assignment, whatever task, whatever seva we have been given by the spiritual master, we must try our level best to perform that task, no matter how difficult it is, just to please Guru and Krishna. And when Krishna sees that sincerity, he himself does everything. The disciple or the devotee is just trying, but actually Krishna is the doer. We see the same thing when it came to Srila Prabhupada. What did Srila Prabhupada do? He simply tried to follow the orders of his Guru Maharaj and tried to preach Krishna consciousness in the Western world in the English language, which was the instruction given to him in the very first meeting, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj in 1922. And in 1965, 43 years later, Srila Prabhupada landed in America. 1966, he started the Hare Krishna movement, officially and legally incorporating it as ISKCON. But for 1 year, that struggle was so tremendous. Srila Prabhupada had no proper place to live. He didn't know where he's going to get food. He didn't know how he's going to manage. There was a blackout one day in New York, and all of New York was shut down for over 10 hours or something. Cold, in the cold of winter, no lights, no heat, no nothing. And an old man sitting in the room wondering what is going on. Is enough to drive anybody nuts? Anybody else would have said, enough is enough, I'm going back to India. But Srila Prabhupada never ever gave up. Though he was very, very discouraged and disheartened at different times, he never gave up that instruction and tried his level best through so many difficulties to carry out that instruction, even though there were so many obstacles and so many problems. And now we can see how Krishna crowned those efforts with amazing success. Today we have temples all over the world. Today we have restaurants, we have gurukuls, we have farm communities, we have preaching centers, we have Namahata, we have home programs, we have Bhakti Vriksha, we have bridge preaching, we have people, actually this whole vegetarianism, veganism, yoga groups, all this which has come in the last 20, 30 years, it is only because of the devotees and it is because of the chanting of Hare Krishna that the tremendous cleaning up process is going on all over the world, thanks to one man's efforts to follow the orders of his Guru Maharaj, preach Krishna consciousness in the West. So Srila Prabhupada's Pranam mantra also speaks to his mission. Dhamma Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatari. You are so dear to Krishna, having taken shelter at his lotus feet. We offer our obeisances unto you, Srila Prabhupada, and you are kindly preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya in the Western worlds, which are filled with impersonalism and voidism. So the Western world is especially hard to preach in because atheism, impersonalism, voidism, this ism, that ism, so many isms are there. And no one really knows who is God, who we are, what is to be done with the human form of life. And they're living an animal life. So Srila Prabhupada came to make us into human beings, civilized human beings. What is a civilized human being? He who has realized who he is and has begun the process of spiritualizing his or her life. He has come to the human form of life. Before that, it is eating, sleeping, mating, defending, that's just animal life. So we owe everything to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada's disappearance anniversary is coming up very shortly in 5 days. So it is really very important for us to meditate on this pastime. There's so much efforts and still 2 fingers too short. And that means Srila Prabhupada's efforts were crowned with success because Krishna became very pleased and wanted to show us. In a jiffy, Krishna could have done everything. But why did he do all this? Just to show that nobody can expect to have it easy, even the pure devotee. And so Srila Prabhupada labored so hard to give us this Krishna consciousness. And we don't have even 1/1,000,000th of the trouble that Srila Prabhupada has. No matter what problems we have, they're very minuscule in comparison. So we must try our level best to please Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, to take up the order of the Guru very seriously as our life and soul, and make our lives successful in Krishna consciousness. So thank you all very much for listening patiently. Thank you all for your patience with the internet problems and the on, off business. I'm really sorry, Guru Maharaj called me twice, and I think he was trying to tell me to give class, but I don't like to just, assume things. So that's why maybe it took me a while to get going. So forgive me for that, but it's always better to be safe than to be sorry, and especially not to make offense. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So we can open up for questions, comments.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Please accept my humble obeisances, always to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Yes, Guru Maharaj mentioned me also, like Sridevi will give class, but I was trying a little bit to do something because Guru Maharaj was able to see the screen and verse and whatever we are talking. Guru Maharaj was able to hear that. So I thought I will try a little bit. But it
Yeah, it's always wonderful to hear from Guru Maharaj. What we can speak, we can't speak anything. We are just, we are like little babies who don't even know how to talk. So I really wanted Guru Maharaj to speak, but then when it became obvious, there was no choice but for me to speak. Sorry to inflict myself on all of you like this.
No, Mataji, no. Thank you so much for jumping in and giving this short class. Thank you so much. And devotees, if you want to share any recommendations or you have any comments or you have any questions, please go ahead. Thank you so much. I think devotees doesn't have any questions or comments, Mataji. So Mataji, I think Diwali is celebrated today, I think in India too, because tomorrow is eclipse day. Tomorrow is there is an eclipse. That's why some of our relatives, they said that today is Diwali in India.
Yeah, actually there are 4 days, Dhanteras, Teras, Kali Chagas and Diwali. So actually since 5 days, the actual Diwali begins. But here in Mayapur, we are celebrating tomorrow. That's what the calendar says here.
Oh, okay.
I think all the ISKCON calendar says tomorrow, but everyone is celebrating it today because of the eclipse.
I see.
Thank you, Sridevi Mataji, for giving the class last minute. This is so amazing. My obeisances.
My obeisances. Thank you for tolerating me.
Oh, you are amazing.
Okay, Mataji. So I guess we have to end the call now here today. So yeah, we couldn't hear from Guru Maharaj, but that's okay. Sometimes it happens. Maybe tomorrow he'll join again with a nice connection. And yeah.
Right. This is one of the problems of Mayapur. There's power outages here, and then the internet goes off, and then after that, it's Krishna help. It's like that. So what to do? But yeah, this whole coming week, there are many wonderful festivals. Just wanted to remind everybody, Govardhan Puja is coming. Srila Prabhupada's disappearance day is coming. After that, I don't know, 29th is for us. I don't know about you. But 29th is Srila Prabhupada's disappearance. Is that same day for you also, Srimati? All of you there?
Mataji, for us, 28th, Mataji, Friday.
Okay.
Yesterday we celebrated Govardhan Puja and Diwali in temple, Mataji. Sunday itself they celebrate.
Sunday. Yeah, many temples do that, taking advantage of Sunday so that more people can come. They, even though the Tithi day is different, they move it over onto Sunday so that many congregational members, many people who would normally not be able to come on the weekday, they will come on Sunday and they will get the mercy. Because Govardhan, if you circumambulate that Govardhan hill on Govardhan Puja day, It is the same as circumambulating Govardhan in Vrindavan. So all the people who attend, if they circumambulate Govardhan made of halwa and sweets and whatnot, they get the same benefit as if they had done Govardhan Parikrama in Vrindavan. It is that important to go and attend that ceremony. So that's why we encourage everybody to please attend the temple program and get the mercy.
Yes, Mataji. Yesterday they made with cake, huge cake, layers of cake and like a mountain. I'll share pictures with you. So and they have nicely decorated 2 tables, and in the, as if Krishna is lifting Govardhan, they have arranged like that with all the dolls, Krishna, gopis, Balram and Nanda Maharaj. So all dolls like that, nicely, and all cookies are the steps and stairs on the Govardhan hill. A lot of footsteps were there. All barfis and cookies. Yeah. Nice. Thank you, Mataji. Scarlett Mataji, you want to ask anything?
Yes, please. Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to Guru Maharaj, Candramauli, and all glories to you. And thank you very, very much for today. I have a question because you named about Govardhan, that it makes it with like a cake, and there are so many figures that you used to put some figures there, right? Like dolls and cows and so on, right?
Yeah, they're all representatives of the residents
Yes.
of Vrindavan.
I understand that. I understand that. But there are some people in somewhere, I'm not going to name where, but there are some people, they do this Govardhan here, they do it with the cake, but they do even the figures like a candy, and they eat it afterwards. Is it okay?
Sorry, say that again.
They eat the figures, you know, the figures, they make it like a candy.
Candy.
Yes. And then they eat it.
Well, we're eating Govardhan Hill. That's made of halwa.
No. The figures. They do the figures like the cow. They make it like a candy, and they eat the cow candy. Not the Govardhan Hill. I understand. It's a cake, and they have to eat it. But the figure.
That's Govardhan himself.
Yes, but the figure is symbolized.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just that it is all prasadam. It is being made in the shape of a candy, or it's being made in the shape of, you know, Radha Kund, or it's being made in the shape of a tree. It's made in the shape of a goat or a cow or a this or a that. But it's all prasadam because it's being offered to Krishna, and so you're welcome to eat it. People eat the whole Govardhan Hill.
The whole Govardhan Hill, I can understand, but not the figure. I have difficulty with it. The figure they symbolize, they symbolize Krishna, they symbolize Surabhi cow. I have difficulty with it. I'm so sorry to say it, but I don't understand it because it's symbolizing Krishna. It's like you're eating Krishna. I don't know. It's not. For me, it's difficult to grasp it and understand it. I don't know. I think is it okay? Because I don't think it was okay. Though when Prabhupada learned people, I don't think Prabhupada says it's okay. I don't know.
Well, I think it's best for you to ask Guru Maharaj, because I don't think I'll be able to convince you.
Okay.
Actually, Scarlett Mataji, I had same question as you have. When I see the cakes made on the Radhastami and Janmashtami, where actually they make a figure of Radharani on the top of the cake, you know. So
exactly.
After that, they do cut the cake and give it to everyone. So it is very, very hard to grasp for me. I would not eat that piece because I feel that is the Radharani, and like, you know, it's a figure, although it is a cake in the form of the Radharani, but still it will be difficult for me as well. I do completely agree. And I think we should check with Guru Maharaj about that as well.
Yes.
I
Okay,
agree
thank
with
you.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to cut Radharani in half and eat one half and not the other and things like that.
Exactly.
I mean, you shouldn't have a figure of Krishna and Radha that you have to cut and eat. You know, it's very difficult to swallow that. I totally get that. We shouldn't have to do that. But I have never come across anyone saying you should not eat the animals, you should not eat Govardhan Hill, because we are taking that as prasadam. But best to check with Guru Maharaj.
Yeah, I guess it says as Annakut ceremony. So maybe because of lot of prasadam bhoga offerings there. So maybe that's why we are able, we can eat all of them, like we can distribute them, this prasadam. I think so.
We are eating Krishna every day in the form of prasadam. That's not different from Krishna.
Yeah.
We are eating our way back to Godhead.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you. Thank you so much, dear devotees, for participating and patiently waiting. Thank you so much. So let's
I think
hope.
Namrata had a question on the
Oh,
chat.
sorry. I didn't see.
Hare Krishna,
Yes,
Mataji,
Mataji.
there's a question. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
sorry. I'm driving, so sorry.
I'll read it, Mataji. I'll read it. Is there anything we should do on eclipse day mentioned by Srila Prabhupada?
I cannot recall exactly Srila Prabhupada's words about eclipse day, so I cannot answer that question for you. I do know Guru Maharaj has told us that certain things we should avoid. We should avoid eating during those hours. We should chant more. We should chant extra. We should not try to see the eclipse. And we should avoid travel. So I've heard Guru Maharaj say those things. But what Srila Prabhupada said about eclipse, I don't remember reading anywhere. So I don't have that knowledge. I'm sorry about that. But because you have asked, I'll try to look it up.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, even I remember that Guru Maharaj has mentioned a lot of times about this.
Is it mean that we have to fast, to have fasting, or how to not to eat? It means we should fast.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, it is recommended. It is recommended that during that time one should not cook, one should not eat, one should just chant extra. I mean, just try to focus on spiritual activity during that time, because that time is supposed to be very inauspicious.
Okay.
And also, because it's inauspicious, you're not advised at least to avoid traveling, going out, doing things. It's better to be in front of the Lord, chanting or reading or engaged in some spiritual activity during that time.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Thank you, dear devotees. Let's hope that Guru Maharaj will join tomorrow with strong internet connection. Thank you so much. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu pevacha patitanam pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
the Koti Vaishnava.
I have a special request for all my devotee God family, my God brothers and God sisters. Please pray for me, because on October 28th, I have been asked to give class. And it's a very difficult topic that I have been asked to speak on. Not very easy. It's on impersonalism, and the verse is a pretty tough one. Thankfully, we have Guru Maharaj, so I'm going to seek his blessings, his guidance, his instructions. But still, it's pretty unnerving to go on Mayapur TV and give a class anyway. What to speak of when the topic is difficult. So I humbly request all of you to please pray for me and give me your blessings.
Sure, Mataji.
May
You will be fine, Mataji. You are too good.
Guru Maharaj is
And Guru Maharaj is there to guide you.
May I ask, is it going to be sent so I also can see?
Yes, Mataji. We can. I'll share. Yes.
Thank you.
It's on Mayapur TV, and that's how you can access that. Yes.
If I can get help to know the time, so I'm very grateful. so that I can
It
see
will
too.
be- It will be at 8 a.m. India time. So I don't know,
Okay.
Europe, you'll all be sleeping, I think, 4 hours before
I
that.
will try to find out. I will try to.
At
8
4 o'clock.
a.m. 28.
Yes,
Yes, yes, that's right.
that is
Yeah,
IST
so
Indian time.
UK will be 5.5 hours now because the October the time changes.
Oh my
when is
God.
the time change?
3:30 in the morning. That's crazy.
Yeah, 5.5 hours difference.